All right, do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, I meant a motion with regard to the content of the substance of this meeting.
Oh, I see. So sorry. It's okay. We were looking for a coffee place on the way in today, and there was not one. It's like. All right. So it's like roll back again. So we've done a lot of work in this.
It would be best, Madam Chair, to call the meeting back into order, given that you did adjourn.
Yes. Thank you, Rod. Thank you. So we are reconvening the governance manual ad hoc committee at the meeting at this point in time, so that we can entertain a motion to bring the recommendations from the ad hoc committee forward for recommendation to the governing board. So meeting is open again, and I would like to entertain a motion. I have a motion that they would like to put forth. Or a motion. The board and you have a motion written? I don't know this point. I don't think, but I can quickly grab one. Sorry. That's at this time in our prep. Normally we have. Ron or Kathy has a motion drafted. I will move it.
Might be easiest to move to recommend that the board adopt the revisions as discussed and implemented.
And we are waiting for additional edits, right, on the diagram.
Yes.
So, hold on. Thank you, Mayor, for bearing with us, and thank you, Brian, for being here today.
All right, I have the motion and I'm going to share it. And Ron, if you would like to make it better, what do you think of that? Recommend that the governing board adopt the changes to the governance manual.
Yes, perhaps more specific, the changes as discussed and modified here during this meeting. Something slightly more specific, perhaps.
Okay. Back to town. Actually, and I will put this modifier over.
All right, so before us, we have a motion that recommends that the governing board adopt the changes as discussed and modified to the governance manual at.
Stop, sorry. You can tell a bunch of us were writers. There we go.
So
All
with
right.
that language, what happens to the figure that's still?
So if you all want to stay for just a tiny bit, I can do my fancy word art and see if I can come up with a better image for you all to review and approve, so we can go out in time for the bag of keys.
We do have time, so what I'd like to do is suggest a recess. Recess for
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
No. We'll make sure we have the motion fully set up and we can see just how good I am at word art.
All right, well, we'll recess for 15 minutes.
Okay, let's do that.
And then we'll see you at 11:15. We'll reconvene.
Recording stopped.
All right, it's 11:15 and we are back. Thank you for rejoining us after the recess. We took time just a few minutes ago to ensure that we had an updated diagram that reflected the discussion from earlier today. So I'd like for the committee members to take a brief look at what we have before us. ensure that this captures the nature of the comments from
And I'm gonna read it out loud for folks that are having trouble seeing it. So what we now have are 4 blue boxes on the left that indicate the different types of committees that support the work of the office and the governing board. So you've got the Data Tools Advisory Board, the Community Engagement Advisory Board. We've now broken out ad hoc committees and task forces as being separate boxes because they are different types of entities. And then what we have is an attempt to show bi-directional arrows between that line of committees, which underneath it says generate recommendations, with the arrows flying 2 ways to the Office of Cradle-to-Career Data, which has the explanation at the bottom, operational decision-making, which has bi-directional communication to the governing board, which has the note that it is strategic direction. That is what that group does.
questions or comments.
Check with the color. I don't know if that's something when it's supposed to be red or orange, but red, green color blindness.
It was orange because we're using the governor's office colors of blue and orange, and green is the supplemental one, but I could make the last one gray so that that issue of the red green doesn't get triggered.
The previous one had 3 boxes.
Yes. Ad hoc committees and task forces were in the same box
And why are we separating them?
because they're different types of entities. In the way we have the 2 advisory boards broken out. I'm gonna go back then to our motion. I'll share the screen.
So first, let's go ahead and consider the motion before us, and then I will ask for the motion. Would you mind reading that for us?
Recommend that the governing board adopt the changes to the governance manual as discussed and modified at the April 25th, 2022 ad hoc committee meeting.
Do we have any adjustments that anyone would like to make? Or would somebody like to move this motion as worded? Trevor first.
Motion to approve as worded.
Do I have a second? Second. Robert first. Roll call vote. Sydney, would you do our roll call vote for us?
Sure. Robert Tagorda, how do you vote?
Yes.
Christopher Joelli, how do you vote?
Yes.
Meredith Lee, how do you vote?
Yes.
And all the votes are in, and they're all yeses.
All right, and we have no votes that are in absence and no votes that are no. All right, so with that said, the motion passes. All right, and now I would like to consider a motion to adjourn the meeting. Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
And the first from Chris,
Second.
the second from Robert. All in favor? Any objections? All right, thank you very much for your participation today. Thank you for bearing with us. There's some of us. And this meeting is adjourned.